In this video, we are going to be reacting to TikToks that may lower your IQ. TikToks that are so dumb that they make your mama look smart. I had to do it. These include hot topics like student loans, Trump, immigration, religion, and of course, so much more. So buckle up, boys and girls. And remember, I warned you.
Your alphabet is Latin. Your numeral system's Arabic. Your philosophy is Greek.
And my Smith & Wesson's American.
Hope your day gets better.
Shut the fuck up!
Positive energy.
Shut up! You don't understand!
I'm really not sure where these people pull their information. Inflation is not up, it's actually down. In January 2025, inflation was at 3%. It's currently April 2025, and inflation's sitting at 2.4%. Under Joe Biden, the average inflation was 4.95%. Let's just call that 5%. Prices are also going down. Over the past 12 months, gasoline prices fell about 10%. And here's a graph of what egg prices look like now under the Trump administration here in April 2025. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to like and subscribe. I can't tell you how much it helps the algorithm actually get us noticed. So thank you again.
They about to garnish our wages. They really know how to just ruin your day. The U.S. government hates everybody here. Y'all, as of May 5th, they're taking 15% of your wages towards student loans. Y'all, I've been ignoring student loans since I've been in school. If y'all know how much I owe in student loan, y'all would think I went to school to be a lawyer. And it's a degree that wasn't even providing me a decent lifestyle.
So you openly admit that you just disregarded your student loans and now the government's finally coming for you. Why is there such a large financial disconnect on the left side of the aisle? Have you guys never played Lemonade Stand?
Donald Trump just said he is going to ethnically cleanse Palestine. Today at a press conference, he said he's going to gain control of Gaza, forcibly remove all of the Palestinians living there, flatten the land, and do something with it. That's about all we know right now. But I do not want my words to be twisted. This is ethnic cleansing.
Trump did not say he was going to ethnically cleanse anybody. Is this a place where you think that people are able to live a happy, normal life? Now, Trump did state that he wanted to take over the Gaza Strip and turn it into the MAGA Strip, which... Hey. However, that was only if the Arab nations didn't come up with a plan on what to do. Of course, the Arab nations don't want America or Israel to gain any more land in the Middle East. It actually worked. The Arab nations actually came up with a plan. On March 4th, 2025, the Arab League adopted a $53 billion Gaza reconstruction plan. It's good old racism. So let me get this straight. This guy right here is claiming racism is still alive and well in America as he sips his $3.50 Celsius energy drink in the living room of his house. Where is the oppression, brother? No such thing as systematic racism in America. Doesn't exist.
So let me get this straight. The Trump administration wants you to be afraid of MS-13 gangs terrorizing our country, when in reality, the only gang we should be afraid of that's terrorizing our country is the MAGA regime and the fascist Trump cult.
Does this guy realize that MS-13 gang members literally rape and women and children? Does he not understand that? Got any evidence that MAGA's doing that? You know what? Now that I think of it, there are a lot of groups that commit a lot of violence. Does Tesla ring a bell, brother?
Have you ever heard of an ambulatory wheelchair user? This is someone who has use of their legs, but still chooses to use a wheelchair sometimes. Just because I'm using a wheelchair here doesn't mean that I was paralyzed, but rather that I'm choosing to use it in order to mitigate painful symptoms that come from standing and walking for a prolonged period of time.
Listen, if I can't dress up as a mariachi band member on Halloween without being called racist, you can't do whatever the hell this is.
I'm so grateful that I am not dumb enough to think that my problems are because of immigrants and not billionaires. Thank you to my ancestors for continuing to breed with enough intelligent people that I have not been fooled by the utter nonsensical propaganda that's been imposed on people in my country.
Oh no, brother. Do you know who she is? Is she propaganda? Is she propaganda? I'm curious. What about this person? Is she propaganda? Trying to understand the propaganda here. Is getting your skull bashed in with a rock 20 plus times and then your bloody corpse getting propaganda? These people live in La La Land, okay?
Hey, how's it going? Oh my god, don't you ever brush your teeth? Yeah, sometimes, but I'm disabled, so I struggle with it. Oh my god, nobody is too disabled to brush their teeth. You're just lazy. People are quite literally too disabled to brush their teeth, including me. Whatever, next thing you're gonna tell me you're too lazy to wipe your ass or shower. People also struggle with those things. Like, I also struggle with showering. Yeah, right. You're disgusting and you're faking it. You give real disabled people a bad name. Do better.
You're only getting a pass on not brushing your teeth because you're too disabled if you have no arms and hands, okay? Even then, I'm not too certain. You might, let me see what you can do with your feet. And remember, being obese is not a disability.
In case you guys are wondering how things are going in California, we're at the grocery store and the eggs are $17.49.
That's because California is a shithole. We already went over this. Here is the average price of eggs per dozen in America right now. I guarantee you if you live in a normal state, right now your eggs are looking probably around $3.99, $4.25. Do you see what we're dealing with when I told you might lose IQ watching these today? It is way harder to purchase a gun than it is just to get a simple photo ID. Let's look at the requirements required to get a gun. So right off of the bat, you need to pass a background check, okay? This is something that's not required for you to vote in a federal election. You legally can't buy a gun if you have a felony conviction, have a domestic violence misdemeanor conviction, be addicted to or unlawfully using controlled substances, have been adjudicated mentally defective or committed to a mental institution. Under all those statutes, you can still vote. I knew you'd make it to the end of the video because only a true homie would do that. Now listen, the YouTube algorithm thinks you're gonna like this one next, so we'll see you there.